welcome to another edition of Lab Rats, your favorite podcast with Sean Carruthers.
And Andy Walker.
And that's my name, Andy Walker. I'm Andy Walker, and you are Sean Carruthers, and we are Lab Rats.
And this is an orange.
And that's an orange, yes.
And this is Biff.
Boys and girls, another food demo from your favorite couple of internet personalities. I don't know. Or internet fruit? Yeah. Anyway.
Internet fruit. Worst band name ever.
That should be pretty good, huh? Anyway, today on the show, we're going to show you how to deal with deleted files. How to recover those files that you really desperately need, but somehow have deleted. There's actually a way, through a little bit of computer magic, to do that.
In some circumstances.
In some circumstances. So. And the bonus thing about this show is we'll actually show you how to do that on your memory cards as well, in case you, deleted photos on your camera or something like that. Okay, you excited?
I am excited because I've done this before. I've deleted pictures and just hated myself.
Totally get
in
that.
the morning.
Yeah, there are marriages that have been ruined through
there
deletion.
Have been.
So,
there literally have been.
So if you're
We've
married
gotten letters.
and you're responsible for photos, this will save your marriage. This is the Save Your Marriage episode of Lab Rats.
Yes.
All right, well, let's take a break, and when we come back, we can help you save your marriage, save your photos, and save all of those things that you're terrified you've lost on your computer after this.
If a bunny was the new Camtasia Studio 5, it would be the fastest, it would be the smartest, and you would love it. The new Camtasia Studio 5, screencasting software that's better than a bunny. Download it at www.techsmith.com.
All right, so I love that we're going to turn this into a food demo.
Yes.
It's my favorite in the whole world.
I know you like food demos.
Love it entirely. So we're going to teach you how to recover your files, and we explain the mechanism by which, how come they're not gone when you say they're deleted in the first place.
Yes.
Now we have some oranges or tangerines. What are these?
This is something, I don't know what they are exactly. We pulled them out of the lineup because they were flat on the bottom and they won't roll off the table.
Oops. Hey, easy.
So anyways, it's really important that we have ones that won't go flying off the table.
Well, especially with Biff, too.
Especially with Biff sitting here with his tail wagging around.
Okay, so files on... So first of all, let's talk about what a file system is on a Windows computer, and I suppose we could talk about the Mac, too, to a certain extent.
All right. Well, essentially what your computer does when it's saving data to the hard disk is it saves a whole stream of zeros and ones to that hard disk.
It's binary code.
Right, but if you look at this hard disk, just from start to end, it's just zeros and ones and bang, 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 bang. And how do you decode that? So where does one file start and one file end? And so what the computer does, the operating system, it will save it in a file table. And it'll say basically this file is over here, that file is over there, it goes from this section of the hard disk to that section of the hard disk. It may have breaks in it, so it may segment it, but it basically points to where the data is on the hard disk.
So it's a kind of a, I guess you would say, table of contents, right?
Right. So you may know the format of disks back in the day called FAT. So FAT16, FAT32. It's not because the disks were big. It was because it stood for File Allocation Table.
Right.
So it knew where to put everything.
Right. Very good.
So and the new operating systems, different file formats, file structures will roughly do the same sort of thing. It'll just basically keep track of where all the data is.
Now, this is true of the Mac and the PC, correct?
Yes.
They all have file allocation tables.
Yes.
To a certain extent.
They have different names for the file systems. Mac uses HFS. Linux will use a different one. The new one on Windows is NTFS.
Right, which came along with XP, I suppose.
Which came along with the first version of NT, and has gone through to XP and to the new Vista. So
very good. And they were talking about a new version file system called WinFS, which never actually showed up in Windows Vista because of the problems building that operating system. We may see that still from Microsoft at some point in the future.
But anyways, the basic thing is each of these file systems keeps track of where the data is located on the hard disks.
Okay, good. So when we delete a file, we delete a bunch of ones and zeros, right?
That's what you'd think. So when you think you are erasing a file on your hard disk, putting it into the recycle bin and saying, bye-bye. you'd think that what you're doing is you're going to that section and just erasing that data on there, but you're not actually doing that.
No, right.
What you're doing is you're erasing the pointer to that file.
Right. So it's like erasing a line in a table of contents.
Right. So like if you had a 4 gigabyte file that you wanted to get rid of, imagine how long it would take you to erase that file if you erased all 4 gigabytes, 1, 0, and 1 after the other.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what it does is it just basically puts garbage data at the beginning of the file and erases the pointer from the table.
So let's demonstrate that with our oranges.
Right, so we're going to give you a couple of oranges here, and these represent files.
So that's a picture of my mom, and that's a document business plan, and this perhaps is a picture of, not a picture, it's a movie of you falling on your head.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're going to delete that one in a bit.
Okay, good.
All right, so what I'm going to have you do
is
I'm going to have you pick up one of these numbers.
Oh, numbers, yes.
Numbers.
File number 1.
Okay, so this is the file, and you're going to put a little spear into that file, and you're going to mark it there. So there we go. That one's marked. So now we've got this table over here.
Sorry.
I knew it would come to this. So we've got this table, and so orange number 1 is that was a
picture of my mom.
Picture of mom.
There you go. It's called mom.jpg.
Mom.jpg. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and second one, we'll have you do the same thing. And what was that one again?
This one is called, it's a business plan.
Business plan.
For Lab Rats Incorporated Corporation International.
I'm not writing all that. Okay, and number 3 was Sean falls on
and bomb. Movie.
Head.
Yes.
.mov.
Right, got it.
Okay, so there we go. Now we have this file table here that's telling us what's where, more or less.
Good.
Each of these is in these positions
on
the thing. So we can add another one and put 4 on it. And we'll just say...
It's a shortcut to Biff's favorite website about cats.
Biff,
Lolcats.
URL, lolcats. And we can do the same thing with the others. But you know what, just for the sake of time, I'll have you do that while we talk about what we're going to do next.
Okay, good.
So now I told you I wanted to delete that file of me falling on my head because that's pretty embarrassing. And I don't want to let that get out to the world. So I'm going to delete it.
Okay.
So here's what's going to happen.
Yes.
These other two, we'll pretend there's something else. So anyways, we've got this table right here of these files in these various locations. Number 3, I want you to get rid of. So take the 3 off of there.
Okay.
And just leave it there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase it from this table.
So I just push the delete button on that file, for that file, right?
Right.
Okay.
And now that's removed from there, and we can, theoretically, we'd be erasing that.
But it's still there.
No, it's not.
Do you want to take this away?
To the file table.
Can I just take it away?
No, unfortunately.
Data's still there.
The data is still there. It's just not being pointed to right there.
Oh,
so what we're going to do is we're going to undelete it.
Oh, fun.
And you know what we're going to do? We're just going to put the 3 right back on there.
That's it?
Yeah, that's all. All that's necessary is it'll have a different file name because it wrote the garbage data at the beginning.
Okay.
But otherwise, the file is still the same. So let's just call this 3.1.
Ah, right.
So there, it's recovered.
It's recovered. Yay!
Yeah. So
do we have to put a new thing in the file allocation table?
Yeah, we'll just unerase. Sean falls on head.
On head.
And we're not going to put 3.1 because it's not technically changing the number, but it's a little bit different.
Right.
So theoretically, instead of putting 3.1 there, we're putting Sean falls on head .1.
Got it.
Okay.
And in fact, actually, if I recall, so Windows, when Windows does this, it actually removes the first character of the file name. So if it was called cats.jpg, it becomes _ats.jpg.
Yes.
Right? And so when you recover the file, it actually, you have to actually put that letter back to rename the file to the name it was before. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense. It'll still appear properly, but it won't make any sense.
Well, that's very
not to you.
No. And can we do something similar? Is that something similar in the Mac world?
Yeah, most likely, yeah. They will just kill off the... Actually, I did have lunch, so actually give me one of those. So yeah, it's essentially how it works. So if you get the right program that will scan the disk for the data that's on there, then it'll find it. And this is why there's 2 things. Number 1, the good news about this is that you can actually recover files that you've deleted by mistake. The bad news is that files you wanted deleted may not be deleted unless you do them properly.
Right.
And we'll give you a tip on how to do that after the break as well.
Okay, good. So should we look at it on the PC?
Yeah, we'll look at it on the PC after the break.
After the break.
After
okay.
the break.
When we have pictures?
We'll have pictures too.
Okay, good. All right. We'll be back after this. So before we get to picture time, we want to show you actually a free utility that we found on the internet called Undelete Plus. It's free. We'll put the URL up or in the show notes. And it's actually a great product because what it does is it scans your disks looking for files that have been deleted and gives you an opportunity, actually then recovers them and you can resave them as a new name.
Okay, so we're going to do a quick demo here.
So instead of a file on your disk, we're going to use a file on a camera.
Yeah, so this is the marriage saver portion of our program.
Right.
So we've got this photograph we've just taken of Biff.
Oops.
So here it is, but you know what? We're gonna delete it. Just like, oops, I shouldn't have done that.
That's right. That was me like signing the registry with my new wife.
Yeah,
and now I'm toast.
So now that photo is gone, but you know what? We're going to give you this card.
Okay, so I'm going to put this in my computer, in my lovely Dell XPS 1330, and here comes the program. Now, so as you can see, it's shown up as disk F here. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to go straight up here to say Start Scan. It's going to scan the drive, and there it is.
Bam! There's the file that we just deleted. So.
Right. So I'm going to put a check mark here, and I'm going to tell it to save in saved files on my desktop, and I'm going to say Start Undelete. All right, and it's done. Let's go back to the desktop now, and we are going to find that. And sure enough,
there's the file we just deleted.
There's the file we just deleted.
Kabang! So there
Very
you go.
cool. All right.
Marriage saver. And how much does it cost?
It's free!
Free!
Yay! Now here's a good thing. This will work on most data cards. So it'll also work on USB keys and anything like that. Your hard disk too, of course.
Good. Now, if you want to get rid of these files forever, what you need is a data shredder, ones that will write garbage data all over the hard disk on that space where that was. Now, with the Mac, you can use Secure Delete, and then there's programs that you can buy for Windows, and there's some free ones as well that will do that. That will shred them.
That's right. I've actually got Anonymizer up here, which is a great product. Allows you to do anonymous surfing, but one of the products they have is called Digital Shredder, which does that as well. So,
all right.
So that's that. So hopefully we saved your marriage or relationship, and you're not sleeping on the couch.
Good.
All right. Good. Do we have pictures?
We have pictures.
All right.
All right. Well, first of all, we have Michael and.
I don't see Michael.
Michael is not in this one. He's showing us his gadget setup.
Wow.
So Michael's from Saramac Lake, New York.
Holy spoiled. Look at the two screens and the, gee.
2 screens is the way to go.
Lucky dog.
I love it.
Wow. Okay, cool, Michael.
So there we go.
Thank you.
And we have Andrew in Mississauga.
Ah,
So
just west of where we are now.
Yeah.
Very cool. Andrew, Mississauga. So we have people all over the world, including Mississauga.
Yeah,
New Zealand, Sweden, Somalia, Mississauga.
I occasionally go to Mr. in Mississauga.
Suburb of Toronto.
It is.
All right, well, that's
There
it.
you go.
Thank you so much for downloading us today and for allowing us into your computer or your device or your television or wherever you allow us into.
Yes. And remember, if you delete us, now you know how to get us back.
Now you can undelete us. Aren't you lucky?
And if you want to get rid of us forever, you know how to do that too.
Oh, no. Oh, well. So that's it for us. Don't forget to go to, if you have email, send it to
Feedback at labrats.tv.
and check out labrats.tv for our forums and all kinds of stuff like that. And if you have a TV, want to see pictures of you with your TV.
Yes.
Right? We want to see that too because we're doing lots of advertising around televisions these days. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Are you ready? Try this at home.
So, but we're going to show you how it works with, was it these tangerines?
They're oranges of some sort, miniolas or something. I don't know. I chose them because they're flat and they won't roll off the table. You got to be practical in this as well.
Especially with beer flying around, you know, knocking stuff off.
I wanted to do kumquats, but we've done kumquats before, and they'd probably roll off the table. And
That's true. They're awful to eat too.
and they're, well, I kind of like them, but you got to get the right ones in season. All right.
Right. Oh, there's my mom calling. 1 second.